Hey Stinkers, quick update. Our parent company recently shut down, but since we love making the show, we are going independent. What does this mean? Since we have less resources, new episodes of the podcast will shift to a bi-weekly release. And the biggest news, we just launched a Patreon. So if you're enjoying this show, please consider joining our party on patreon.com/stinkydragon. And as thanks, you can get an ad-free experience, exclusive live streams, watch parties, access to Stinky Dragon Adventures, our full-length puppet series based off the Infinite campaign, an invite to our new Discord, and much, much more. In addition, our other podcast, Second Wind, will now release on off weeks of the main show. We're also making it bigger and better and available exclusively to Patreon supporters. So please help us go independent and join our party at patreon.com/stinkydragon. Thank you, we love you, and stay stinky, my friends.
Salutations, all you savagers. Climb on into the Stinky Dragon, knock back our latest latte. Nod the brightest bulb. It's a mixture of Spike's Place roast coffee, a claw full of cinnamon-minced meat, a sprinkling of dark chocolate spirits, one mouthful of this mauling mug, and you'll...
Previously, our adventurers took a talkative train ride with Tempor all the way to the fringes of Faunaloch. After dealing with dragon-leaf lightning leaves, avoiding annoying aromers, and decimating some deflins, the party pussyfooted their way to Sheath headquarters. Cobble a cup of coffee and let's continue this crungent chronicle.
That's what happened.
I think he turned into a werewolf.
Yeah.
Because of his drink.
I think something happened to the bartender.
Wait, what?
So.
I hope Duncan's okay. I don't know what happened. That's a weird throw to us. We'll find out what's going on with him, hopefully.
We're already
later.
solving one mystery.
Stories upon stories upon
It's
stories.
stories all the way down.
Can we get a mystery about you, Gus, the person, as well, to layer on it?
Let me clear some mystery, in case you're wondering. My name is Gustavo Sorolla. I'm the dungeon master of this party.
Name?
That is my name. And I'm going to hit our 4 players with an arrow.
Yeah.
This week's role-playing warm-up question is, if you had to make a craving throw to resist something, what would be the most difficult for your character?
Oh, I got this.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's I like that energy, that confidence.
Hey, it's Blaine Gibson, and I play Chip Paney, level 9 Tiefling Rogue. Hey! And if I had to take a craving throw, it'd be cheese. Oh, I love them cheese curds. Back at Yamford, they'd call me Chippopotamus because I just go to the all-you-can-eat buffet, just cheese curds.
I didn't know where that was going.
Hippopotamus.
I was like, do hippopotamuses like cheese?
It's because he mauled several students to death. He trampled them.
I wanted their cheese curds. I love how it squeaks on your teeth.
He's also more graceful in water than you'd expect.
Oh, yeah. Very fast.
Hippos are scary, yeah.
Yeah, they're
I don't think they are.
They are.
They're
They're
cool.
They're terrifying.
They're horrifying.
they're one of the most dangerous animals in the world.
Yeah, people who think that hippos aren't terrifying are the ones that get killed by them.
Don't they kill like more humans than like lightning strikes and sharks and like,
Yeah.
Like combined, that wouldn't surprise me.
yeah.
Chippopotamus.
I'm almost positive that got debunked.
500 people a year.
Hey, you know what, John? I bet you could take a hippo.
I say I could take a hippo. I couldn't take most animals that size.
I'll go next. I'll get it over with.
Okay.
One extreme to another.
Emma's having a rough arc. Okay.
My name is Barbara Dunkelman and I play Elga von Brath.
Barbara
It's me. And she's a half-elf vampire barbarian.
And I'm just going to answer this very quickly because my answer is very not fun. But if Elga had to make a craving throw, it'd be for blood. Okay, next person. I don't think there's any other.
How about here? We'll have some spice. Whose?
Out of you guys?
Just pick the buffet.
Yeah, in general.
Any person's blood.
You're at the mall. You've got the whole food court.
The MAUL.
Oh, nice. I like that.
You know, I look at all these pop stars who are probably very wealthy and eat really well and probably have very like pure, tasty blood, you know.
Maybe. Who are you thinking?
Beyonce. I bet she tastes delicious.
Is there a difference between like the blood of a meat eater versus like someone with a plant-based diet?
It's gotta be. It's got to be.
Probably.
Like, don't they feed like those certain cows certain food to get the certain?
Yeah.
But I'm curious if a vampire would prefer
Vegan?
someone who ate other animals.
Oh, because you get
there's more like
blood.
Or I know there's not more blood.
There's more
per se, but
blood?
like, more like
More iron?
iron and like
What?
I don't know,
Like
guys.
it probably,
it's very obvious.
If you're drinking blood for life force, then one could argue that someone who eats meat has consumed more life force.
You want a big old Southern boy who eats at Buc-ee's because you want like pigs. Like pigs make good meat.
Also, the Grotethe version of Beyonce is Beyond Say, and she's like,
I like that.
Beyond seance.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Speaking of
Matty.
ghosts, my name is John Reisinger, and I play Matty Conficis. And I busted up laughing, listening to Kristen make fun of Matty in the episode previously. Sorry, I had to point that out. It was hilarious. Cravings that I would have a hard time resisting. I actually am able to resist most things. I've quite the control over my body. It's what I pride myself on. However, there is one little thing that I cannot say no to, and that is a macaron. A macaron. Oh my gosh!
Prime Minister.
You cannot eat just one. If however there many are in front of me, they're gone after I'm done.
Do you know the difference between a macaroon and a macaron?
Yeah.
They're two different things.
One of them's the president of France, right?
I mean,
I've actually made both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
One's harder than the other.
A macaron is like the little cookie thing.
Yes,
That's
macaron.
like kind of has like that soft cookie with the
Yeah, it's like a
filling.
meringue.
Macaroon is like a more dense, usually like coconut flaked top.
Which
kind
ones
of little
they look like Krabby Patties? They look like Krabby Patties.
Macaron.
macaron?
Yeah.
Macaron.
Yeah.
I still don't know the difference, but I like them both.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Oh,
I also
and lady fingers. Oh, my gosh.
real lady
That's
fingers.
just
It's the Grotethe version.
I also like ladyfingers.
That's just John. John likes lady fingers a lot. Dip them in coffee, so good.
I want to point out something real quick. We were filming something the other day and we had to do like temp Mateed voice. None of us could do your
So
accent
now
at all.
two voices in total.
so
You guys
bad.
can't do them. So whatever my next accent.
The best I could do was lose the H. Hello. You know.
Oh, there it is. It sounds like little Oliver Twist or something.
Barney, wake up. We're talking about craving throws.
I know. I could not resist.
Yeah.
The best candy in the world. Werther's Originals hard candy.
That's in line.
But that's not all. The second best candy in the world.
But wait, there's more.
Nico wafers.
Nico wafers. Barney loves them so much he can't even bother to read the wrapper. He just like tears right through them. No, it's very apparent. No, you're Googling candies you've never seen before.
I'm raising my hand. I object. I ate those all the time as I was a kid. My grandmother would always buy them for me.
What are they?
They're like little candy wafers. That's how I pronounced them when I was a little kid.
They're very chalky.
Yeah, they're terrible. Some are
terrible more than others.
They're awful. So I don't think Barney introduced himself. I think Barney was so excited about food he just went straight into it.
Werther's Original.
Those look terrible, Chris.
Yeah. Look, I had them when I was a baby.
I didn't know that your grandma was torturing you. You were a baby?
When I was a kid, I ate them. My grandmother would always buy them for
Don't
me.
feed your babies Necco wafers.
Or it's America.
500 babies die a year to Necco wafers being fed.
I'm Barney, and I'm a human cleric, and I'm being judged upon my candies.
That's not true, Barney. That's okay.
You're not being judged. You're being bullied.
Exactly.
Do you know how old they are? The Werther's Original are so old they were being invented when I was born.
It's old. Is that a self-burn?
Yeah.
Wait, they were made?
I don't know when they were actually made, but I think Werther's Original has been around for
Forever.
decades, right?
They were introduced in 1969. Seems like they should be older than that.
I feel like, right? Because like all of our grandparents had them.
Necco wafers, 1912.
Wow.
I don't like... Yeah.
I'm going to buy some
the oldest
and I'm bringing them
candy?
out for y'all.
I'll try it. I just don't think that that's like a big hump, like a brag, because the things that are old are not always yum.
That's very true. Usually not, I would say. I feel like candy's only gotten better.
Yeah.
Apparently in the UK, they have Werther's chocolate.
Oh.
So maybe that's the Werther's new. Maybe there's Werther's original and Werther's new.
Did you know the first candy was used by the ancient Egyptians for cult purposes? In ancient times, Egyptians, Arabs, and Chinese made candies with fruits and nuts that caramelized with honey. The two oldest candy types are licorice and ginger.
Welcome to Tales of the Candy Dragon, everybody.
Micah found an alternate source saying Werther's originals are from 1909
That sounds more accurate.
from the little town of Werther, Germany.
Oh,
Oh, I made them. Gustav Nebel.
Versa Germany.
Are we playing D&D?
I don't know.
We should
I
start.
think we're all just hungry.
You done chopping down on that donut there, Gus?
Almost.
You're choking.
Is it okay? Those are from yesterday.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. Dale
Yeah.
donuts.
Oh, yeah. Dale donuts. are fine.
I'm so hungry. All right. You all make your way sneaking and trying your best to avoid the locals, and eventually you come upon an isolated copse of shady trees where you find a lonely stump covered in lichen. Sedate looks around for a moment, then furtively steps forward. She brushes off some moss from the trunk and you see it, the sigil of Sheath hidden in the grain of the bark. Sedate reaches out into the air and grabs something just above the stump. Then she lowers her arm into the stump and you all hear the soft sheathing of a blade. The stump twists and lowers into the ground, revealing a spiral staircase beneath the earth.
Quickly now, everyone inside.
Okay, here we come.
You all make your way down the staircase into humid darkness until you finally reach the floor of a vague room veiled in shadow. The stump and staircase twist back into place above you, thus extinguishing the last bit of light from the room. A voice echoes in the chamber.
I wondered when you all would find your way down here. I was beginning to think you were getting cold feet.
You hear the striking of a match, and a small flickering flame illuminates the face of a plump mustachioed man wearing a blue coat with a high collar.
Welcome, detectives. I'm Director Carl Weiser of SHEATH.
How long have you been waiting in the darkness for? How many matches did you go through?
nope, not yet.
It's like a surprise party when the wrong person keeps coming in.
It's a UPS guy. He's, oh, dang it.
It opens up and it's just full of smoke.
Matches all over the floor.
I did say it was like it was veiled in mist and it was hard to see.
That's why.
It was veiled in shadow. Weezer raises the match and an overhead lamp dimly lights the room around you. In the center of the room is a long table with 6 chairs. There don't appear to be any windows or doors.
I'm afraid before we proceed any further, I need to be certain you are who you appear to be.
I'm Barney.
Everyone take a seat.
Weezer pulls out a small brass ring and places it on his finger. And he waves both hands up and down as if weighing scales.
Veracitatum palabras.
A 15-foot dome of light shines down on you all. Everyone make a charisma saving throw.
Zone of truth. It's gotta be zone of truth.
Charisma saving throw?
Yeah.
9.
Would you want to roll low on this to prove that you're right?
14.
You can choose to fail it if you want.
17.
You can voluntarily fail.
I'll roll to 19. I'll see what happens.
Okay, so we got, what was yours, John?
17. I don't think I've done a charisma saving throw with Mateed yet.
Probably
Really?
not.
No, I feel like I asked for one a couple episodes ago.
maybe.
Yeah. Everyone saved except for Barney.
Okay.
So Barney or Chris, Barney cannot speak a deliberate lie.
Okay.
Make him do the ritual again.
So, are they aware that who passed and who failed?
You don't know that. So Weezer begins walking around the room, looking at each of you. Then dramatically he turns and says,
We will start with you.
and points to Sedate.
Of course, Director.
What is your full name?
Sedate Tempur,
What is your occupation?
Agent of Sheath,
What is your favorite color?
Purple.
Thank you, Agent Temple. Who would like to go next?
I feel like those are very easy questions to know. Until
Yeah.
All right then, let's move on to you.
hello.
What is your full name?
I mean, for as long as I could remember, it's Elga von Brath, but now I think it might be something else.
Fascinating.
It'd be
Calliope
Farney?
Okay. Elga / Calliope.
He looks to Barney and like kind of does the like nodding, talking thing, like.
Yeah.
Why do I hear a fart whenever I hear Farney?
All right, Helga.
You don't want to know my favorite color?
What is your age?
That's a great question. What is my age? I don't know. I've lost count. 304.
304. And finally, have you ever committed a crime?
I mean, probably accidentally, but not with malicious intent.
Duly noted.
Barbara looks actually nervous to answer these questions.
It's like when you look in your rearview mirror and there's a cop behind you and you're like, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Or when you go through like border security when you're traveling and you're like,
Sweating bullets.
Pleasure.
I hate it.
What? Pleasure.
One time I was going into I was at Heathrow in the London airport in the immigration, the passport check, and they had like a little carved out section. It was almost like a little jail in the line, and there were like people sitting in there, and then like an officer came in and started yelling at them, asking them why they were lying and why they were trying to come into England. And I was like,
Yikes.
I was like, shouldn't they be in a room? anyway,
private?
why am I standing next to this? Anyway, Weezer turns to Mateed.
Tell me, what is your full name?
My full name is Ellen Mirren.
I see. And what is your species?
I am a aurochs.
I don't like this.
Barney's eyes are wide. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
He thinks it's real.
Have you ever lied to anyone in this room?
Never.
You lied to us all along if that is your name, Ellen Mirren.
Helen Mirren?
Confirmed Helen Mirren, D&D player.
I've never seen an aurochs who could fly.
Like that song from Dumbo.
Weezer moves down the line to Chip.
And you, sir, what is your full name?
Chip Haney.
And what is your occupation?
Assassin. Retired. Now grieving husband.
Professionally?
That's a very sad occupation.
I'm getting somewhere. I'm just getting
Do
somewhere.
you get benefits with that?
Grieving widower?
Grieving. Yeah. Thanks for the correction, Weezer. Very, very cool.
Last question. What is the first thing I ever said to you?
Oh no, Blaine doesn't know this.
Probably stop in the name of the law or something.
No.
That's very close.
Weren't we like in jail?
Very close indeed.
What was it?
Nobody move. I'm Chief Inspector Weezer, and you're all under arrest.
We're gonna come back to that because I got a lot of questions for you, Weezer. But move on to Barney. He's itching to answer your questions.
And you, what's your name?
Barnabas Barney.
And your age?
I see
It's hard to say.
Concentrating so hard.
93, somewhere in that.
I guess I probably am not 304 if you are 193.
I think Barney might not know.
Yeah. The ripe old young age of 98.
That doesn't seem right, but okay. Final question. Barnabas Farney, are you currently alive?
I don't know.
I don't know if anybody's ever answered it that way.
The truth is he lying?
Time will tell.
Boy, why didn't everyone else get that question?
Everyone got different. Why am I talking like you?
Everyone got different questions. Regardless, that'll do for now. But before we go any further, I must have your word. Everyone's word that any intel shared here does not leave here. Lives depend on this. Do I have your word?
You have a word from me.
Word.
How many words? You all of them?
Well, one from each of you, of course.
Yes. I'll give you 2 words. Knuckle sandwich.
But Weezer takes off his ring and the dome of light dissipates and he snaps his fingers. The 4 walls surrounding you fall to the ground, revealing an underground facility glowing with crystal screens, a translucent map, A wall of equipment and desks filled with people clicking away on typewriters.
This is Sheath HQ. We have much to discuss, but first allow me to introduce you to our tinkerer. Siren, would you please join us?
Near the wall of equipment, you see a bronze boiler whistle with steam and suddenly sprout legs and arms. It stands up and stomps its way over to you all.
What race is that? Oh, what was it? What? Siren. It was like a big steampunky machine.
Tinkerer.
Yeah. It's like it looked like a bronze boiler. Then it had like steam come out, then it sprouted legs and arms. What's so funny?
Sorry, I wrote down Tinkler. I was like, oh, Tinker.
Detectives, this is Siren. Siren, I'd like you to meet...
Welcome back, Agent Mateed.
Weezer looks quizzically at Siren, who has no face and just slats covering a central firebox and a chimney stack where a head would be.
Elga's doing that thing where her mouth is wide open and she's looking back from Mateed to Carl to Mateed to Carl.
Helen Mirren, now I gotta give you a knuckle sandwich. Did you know Carol? How many people knew about my wife except for me?
I didn't.
Thank you. I believe you.
I didn't know anything.
I believe you don't know anything. Yeah.
I know many things.
Curious.
Mateed was an agent of SHEATH?
Correct. Mateed Confusue. Eric Cochran Ghost Monk, threat level 9. Recruited in 11:30 GM by the late director Lorenzo Wolfman. Among many reconnaissance assignments, Mateed was sent on a mission to locate a vampire that had gone rogue outside of Vania. But while tracking down the target, Agent Mateed went MIA, was presumed dead. It would seem these suspicions have now been confirmed.
Wait, threat level 9 out of what? Like 10 or 100?
I think it's because we're level 9.
It's out of 8.
Oh.
Classified.
Wait, presumed dead. Does that mean you died?
Barney. You see Mateed walk through walls, right?
I mean,
correct.
Weezer would look at Barney and then look back at the rest of the party and say,
Anyway. Siren here is our tinkerer and can provide upgrades or additions to pieces of your equipment.
I feel like we need to sort some information out here first.
Yeah, you're like arming us for a war. We don't even know what is going on.
Mateed, do you remember any of this? Do you remember being an agent and being on the hunt for a vampire gone rogue?
You know, it's very easy to remember the end of my real life. I have memories of plenty of parts of that area, but I've forgotten a lot of it, and so this sounds familiar.
What's my threat level?
Also 9, probably.
Chip Haney. Threat level pending.
Oh, that means that it's off the charts. You're gonna arm us? Could you arm us with more knowledge?
Yeah, what's the vampire that Mateed was going after, huh?
A briefing will follow, a tour of the armory.
Siren begins escorting you all to the northern wall, where all the equipment is, or the equipment bay is, and begins pulling out various pieces of metal and various add-ons. I guess he'll look at you first, Barney.
Hi.
Please allow me to augment your armor.
Can you add pants?
I would love pants.
Pants upgrade unavailable.
Oh, as long as they're breezy.
Do you give it to him, Barney?
Yeah. It's awfully chilly in here without.
What does Barney have on under his plate armor?
I imagine it's like a shirtless, what are those shirts called?
Tank top.
A tank top.
Like
In
a
real
white
life,
tank top.
Chris used to like cut up white tees. He
I still
cut the
do.
collars and the sleeves off, and he just looks like a little like
a little
like a guy that
medieval
was in a
servant.
He's
Are
in a
you wearing
pirate
one
ship.
under your shirt right now?
It's not cut up, but yeah. I mean, it is pretty.
It looks like it's coffee stained.
No, it's just I'll like paint in them and stuff. They're just like undershirts, and they're really So probably one of those, like a cut up white rag shirt, or maybe a tank top that's also all dirty and
Yeah,
old
some
man.
like suspenders and stuff like that
Oh,
too.
suspenders, yeah.
Oh my God, Barney's covered in tattoos.
Suspenders
That's awesome.
that only cover up, that only hold up my boxers.
yeah.
Funny.
With the white tank top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With like real loose pants that are just you're constantly having to pull up, but your boxers stay up just fine.
Yeah.
Siren pulls out various tools, and you see it very quickly welding on and augmenting your plate armor before handing it back to you.
Upgrade complete.
Metagame wise, you have Benedusk plate armor.
I liked when he was the voice of the dragon in Hobbit.
If you want to go ahead and you can, once you find it, you can read what that is.
Armor plate, very rare, requires attunement by a cleric that must deal 10 radiant damage upon the armor. Armor class 18. This translucent armor is now fitted with brass rings that glow like sunsets. Offers AC 18, normal for plate armor, but the wearer gains the following additional features: 2 charges per long rest. Aura of Necrosistence. All allies within 5 feet of you gain resistance to necrotic damage. Blessing of Benedusk. And as an action, you can expend a charge to cast the Bless spell on 3 creatures of your choice other than you within 30 feet. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Oh.
Radiance of Radiance.
Radiance of Radiance.
Radius of Radiance. As an action, you can expend a charge to emit a burst of sun and moon beams in a 30-foot radius. All enemies targets in the area must make a Constitution saving throw using my spellcasting DC. On a failure, the target takes 1d8 radiant damage and is blinded until start of our next turn. So the Radiance one was already there.
Okay, so yeah, the rest of it's like upgrades.
Yeah, so other spells, and I can do it twice.
Bernie's AC is 20. That is so cool.
That's so high.
It's the advantage of being able to wear heavy armor, but the downside is he gets disadvantage on like stealth checks and some dexterity checks. Siren then turns over and looks at Mateed, reaches out its arms. Arms? His appendages, that's the word.
Short and stout.
Feline's collar, please.
I pull Gigi out of my hood and hand him the kitty and pull the collar off.
Okay. Siren takes the collar, pops out like a little miniature sewing machine and begins furiously working on it, and then hands you back the collar.
Collar, upgrade complete.
Collar. Does that mean the cat gets the bonus?
Yeah,
or?
Gigi's got it. Is wearing it. That's cool. You want to know what it does?
Yes, please.
This bronze collar is padded on the inside and tailored to fit the neck of Gigi. It is encrusted with a tiny dangling sending stone that relays a message to target. Tell Gigi your desired recipient and then speak a message of up to 25 words. Gigi will typically travel at their normal movement speed to search out the recipient, but the message can only be stored in the collar for 1 hour. When Gigi arrives, they will immediately open their mouth and deliver your message, replicating the sound of your voice. Gigi speaks only to a creature matching the description you gave. If they don't reach their destination before the hour is up, the message is lost and Gigi makes their way back to you.
Oh, so it's a bit more of a complicated sending stone. It's not one you could just do to anybody anywhere in the world.
It's like a little pigeon.
Yeah, carrier bird.
But he is a ghost, so he can get to a lot of places.
It's like Cartesteia, but actually good.
Does that mean?
Whoa! Whoa!
Does that mean Gigi could also go to the astral plane? Maybe.
I don't know if Gigi has that ability. He would have to be like a plane walker.
Could you send him there?
I could banish him there, yeah.
Yeah, to potentially deliver a message to someone there.
So
Interesting.
She came back.
She came back. She was only there for what, 5 minutes?
She's probably back
I
now.
wonder what she thought, because didn't the castle fall down?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
That's what I was thinking was like, boom. She would have come back in the same spot and would have just fallen.
Siren turns to Chip.
Crossbow and Fangfrost dagger, please.
Oh, okay, here you go. I'll throw it to him.
All right. Siren turns around and begins hammering at it and, pulling the strings taut, then hands it back to you, Chip.
Crossbow of coolness, complete.
Oh, thank you. Let's see. Crossbow coolness. A cold and calculated combination of your hand crossbow and the Fangfrost dagger on loan from Helga von Brath. This wintry weapon can be used as a melee or as a ranged attack weapon and has a +2 to attacks and damage, 3 charges per long rest. It has polar protection. You have resistance to cold damage while you hold this weapon. Neat. Ranged rhyme. Upon firing a crossbow bolt at an enemy, hit or miss, as a bonus action, you can expand a charge to cause the bolt to explode with icy shards. Each creature within 10 feet of the target must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or take 4d6 cold damage. Awesome. And Bitter Cold Bayonet. As an action, you can use the Fangfrost dagger as a Bitter Cold Bayonet. On a hit, you can expend a charge, no action, and the target must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or become frozen, petrified, until the start of your next turn.
Frozen.
That's cool.
That's very cool.
I think it's funny that the guy with fire resistance now has ice attacks.
And cold resistance there.
Oh, I'm resistant to all of the elements.
Or 2 of them.
Oh!
Are you resistant to a nice, normal, temperate day in Los Angeles of 70 degrees, right in between
That's
cold
my
and
weakness. That's my kryptonite.
If you ever run into a magma avalanche, you're all set. there, Chip.
Avalanche?
But you know what that does?
What?
You know the worst pain ever is if you're out in the snow and your hands get really, really cold and then you put them in hot water.
Don't do that.
Just like needles.
Yeah, like as a kid, when I didn't know any better,
Ooh.
Some people think that if they get like frostbite or something like that, they should just put their hands under hot. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, IRL, I lost the feeling in my hands because I used to work in a freezer during summers. And then I just was dealing with frozen foods and milk.
So you already have resistance to ice.
Yeah.
Also, if you burn your hands, don't run under freezing cold water either. Both are bad.
No, extremes are bad.
Extremes are bad.
Extremely bad. Siren turns to you, Elga, looks you over, scans you.
One moment.
Then Siren turns around and from the armory pulls out a pickaxe off the wall.
Another axe.
Lays it down on an anvil, and then like automatically like a little face shield comes over Siren's non-existent face. You don't know why Siren has that.
For dramatic effect.
Siren begins hammering at this hot axe, then plunges it into some cold water and then hands it to you.
Bone to pickaxe. Complete.
Wow. And do I have to give you anything in exchange?
Negative.
Sweet.
How many axes does that make?
We used to do a lot of little videos where we would test D&D in real life. We need to do one now, just Barbara holding every axe that she has.
I have 4.
4 axes.
Axe of Gaining, Axe of Scarab, Bone to Pickaxe, and
Battle axe.
Battle Axe.
Also, good memory of my particular. I couldn't even probably tell you that.
You want to go ahead and read the Bone to Pickaxe to everyone?
Bone to pickaxe. I have 3 charges on it, which is great. Forged from metallic dragonic bones. Ooh. This polished pickaxe has a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. It has 3 different abilities. It has deft digging. While wielding this pickaxe, you have advantage on skill checks relating to digging or mining. Not sure what those would be.
Fun.
We have the pick me instead. When a nearby ally is the target of an attack you could see and within range of your movement speed, you can expend a charge and use your reaction to swap places with the ally. The movement is instantaneous and does not provoke attacks of opportunity. So if one of you guys are suffering, about to get attacked, I could swap places with you.
Oh, you know me.
And then settling scores. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you could expend 1 charge to attempt to damage another creature with the same attack. Choose another creature within 5 feet of the original target and within your reach. If the original attack roll would hit the second creature, it takes the same damage dealt by the original attack.
Dope.
I guess in simple terms, it means what? Like if I'm attacking one creature.
And there's another one within 5 feet of it, you basically double that.
Double.
Like a chain attack.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Cool.
Like a sweeping attack kind of thing?
2 questions.
Yeah, kind of. But
Okay.
it's more like automatic.
Yeah, okay, cool.
John, you have the floor.
Yeah, I had two questions. One was, Elka can hold 2 axes at an attack, right? I thought you had an ability that allowed you to do that.
I don't know if she took that.
I don't think I do, yeah. My damage, what I do basically is dependent if I'm holding it with 2 hands or 1 hand.
And then my other question is, did you mean to give the one of us who looks like a little kid an item from Minecraft?
A creeper!
No, that's Barney.
He's walking so slowly towards me.
Weezer walks up and joins you all at the equipment bay.
Sedate has been updating me on the situation, and I believe it's time we brought you 4 into the fold. Come with me to my office. You too, Siren.
Weezer moves toward the equipment wall, and you see him reach for a silver sheath in the center of the wall. He rotates it clockwise, and the wall splits in 2, revealing an office with a cluttered desk, rolling chairs, and a table with a green crystal screen glowing softly.
Cool. Now that we got our upgrades, we get to level up. So I'm gonna go to level 10, 11.
Chip Haney, threat level 2.
Yes! I hit the machine. It's broken.
Weezer walks past you into the office and motions for you all to follow him.
Elga follows.
I do as well. Me too.
I whisper to Gigi and I say, go tell Chip that I am a higher threat level than him. And then I send Gigi off.
I am a higher threat level than him.
Yep, I can do that.
Yeah, Gigi walks up to you, Chip, and his mouth opens and like a disembodied Mateed voice says,
I am a higher threat level than him.
I'm gonna skin you, cat.
I used my telekinetic thing to tell Chip something.
Telekinesis isn't a communication tool.
No, I have to rhyme it though.
Telepathic.
Yep.
Hey there, Chip. I think you're really strong. Oh, God. You're my buddy all along. Get out of my head!
Chip, I'm talking to you at normal time.
What's the next line?
Oh, that was it. It was just a little
I can do nothing. All right, I'll go ahead. I hope you like this little song because when I don't want to make it overly long.
Okay, that's right. Not that bad. You're getting faster at that.
Anyway,
I'll go walks ahead.
everyone else follows, I assume?
Yeah.
So, Chip,
Yeah.
you were asking about Carol.
Yeah. I want to know about my wife.
He rarely asks about that.
Listen, you know, we've known each other for a long time. I think probably long enough for me to have communicated that I was on a search for my wife, Carol. Chances are you knew about this and you didn't tell me, and now she's passed away. So what the heck?
Well, the first thing you should know is that Carol was drafted into Sheath with me as her handler.
That doesn't help. You're making it worse for yourself.
The problem is that she was undercover and communication was very sparse. She was tasked with finding out what Eddie knew and what he was up to. But, as I said, any communiques sent between us were few and far between.
Were you aware of the belt?
Unfortunately, no.
Do you have a belt?
Well, of course. How else would I hold up my pants?
Suspenders?
All right.
And points to Barney.
Demonstrates.
I just realized Chip and Carol are very Mr. and Mrs. Smith situation.
Yeah. So, I mean, when did that happen? Was this before or after the parade that you tasked her with this?
This would have been before the parade.
Okay.
I was merely her handler at the time. That was when Lorenzo was still the director of Sheath.
And then were you aware that she was visited at our house by Eddie and stuff? Was she able to report that, or did she like when did she lose contact? When was the last time you spoke to Carol?
The last time I spoke with her was at your house.
Wait, was this when I was sleeping? Was this the vision?
Was that?
Well, you did see someone in a blue jacket with a high collar, and you assumed it was Eddie.
But wasn't he accompanied? Wait, so were you undercover?
It was a separate time.
Okay.
Yeah, there were. I think there were two different things you're remembering
All
here.
these people are coming to my house. So I was just, what was it, goofing off?
Yeah, there was one, I think you were sleeping when Eddie came and threatened Carol.
Yeah.
And there was another one when he was outside.
Yes. And I think that was like the dream you had.
This makes sense that
Where
you keep failing on perception checks.
So
you saw
aloof.
someone in a blue collar.
Didn't even know.
Carol, can you get the door? I'm in the bathroom.
Enjoying the show? Support us directly by becoming a patron at patreon.com/stinkydragon. Not only will you be helping us to create more content, you'll get access to several perks, including access to our patron-only Discord server, events, and live streams. You can enjoy ad-free episodes for the main show and all our bonus content no matter where you listen to it. You'll also get access to Second Wind, our fortnightly show between the players and dungeon masters, talking through the latest episode. You should also check out Behind the Screen, our monthly show that deep dives into D&D how-tos, like how to make an adventure module, how to be a dungeon master, or how Stinky Dragon is made. All of that and bonus audio content such as live shows, one-shots, mini-series, and more. This episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon is brought to you by Shopify. Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your own online startup shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million order stage. Shopify is there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout. It's 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, and sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Running your own business can be tough, trust me, I know. Why not partner with someone who can help take some of that load off from you and who's used everywhere industry-wide? I think Shopify is a great fit for any size, no matter where you are. I mean, they said it themselves. Did you know Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US, and Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way, because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/dragon. That's all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/dragon now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/dragon. This episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon is brought to you by BetterHelp. The year's gone pretty quickly. We're already, halfway through? So I think it's a good time to maybe think about something you're proud of in 2024 so far, and what's in front of you still. What's something you still want to accomplish? I think at the start of the year, we set lots of goals that we want to do. Maybe take a look, see what have you accomplished, and maybe there's time to get some of the other ones done. When life goes so fast, it's important to take a moment and actually, celebrate your wins. Don't dwell on the negative there, and maybe make adjustments for the rest of the year. Therapy can help you take stock of your progress and set achievable goals for the next 6 months. And if you're thinking of starting therapy, maybe give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire and you get matched with a licensed therapist. And if you want, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. I think that it's good to have an outside perspective to talk about the things that, like we're talking about here, reinforce some of the positives in life, maybe that you don't give yourself enough credit for. It's good to bounce that off of someone else, like a third party, and hear what their feedback is, things that you've succeeded in, and help you set those goals for the remainder of the year. So all you have to do, take a moment, visit betterhelp.com/stinkydragon today, get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/stinkydragon. Give yourself an inspiration.
That sounds southern all of a sudden.
Can you get the door? I'm in the bathroom.
So the Wolfman was the head of Sheath.
Correct.
And someone killed her.
Yes, a little over a week ago, the Wolfman was murdered. And when that happened, I became the director of Sheath. And you four were at the top of the list of suspects.
But now, do you know who did it? Do you know it was Carol?
Well, the prevailing theory is yes, that Carol murdered the Wolfman, but the details and evidence are still in the wind.
Did you know who we were before meeting us at the jail?
No, I did not.
You had no idea who any of us were?
Well, I was aware that Carol was married.
You seem to know Mateed.
No, I'm afraid that was news to me.
Siren knows Mateed.
Yeah. Siren.
And Siren's a automaton that have been around for a while. Oh, am I due any wages? Feel like I might have missed some back pay.
Before I answer that, I want to answer something else that you said right before that.
To be clear, Siren is a steam golem. They weren't built by anyone here in Sheath. Siren simply has always been here. So whatever they are talking about regarding Mateed was before my time.
You think it's too much of an ask? Could we get Brent Spiner to do the voice for Siren? I feel like getting data in there would be great.
Is he on Cameo?
Just send him the transcript.
15 cameo requests, individual lines.
God, that's funny.
Well, what about, where does the Wolfman's daughter fall into this? I know you're going to be like, classified information. No more hooey balooey. We need to know all the facts because we got to help with this investigation.
Well, he's just yelling this entire episode.
I like hooey balooey. It's so good.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be too aggro, but this is picking at Chip a lot because there's so many people that knew about what was going on with his wife, and now she's dead, and I feel like Chip would blame those people.
Barney's like, profanity, watch. I'm sorry, Barney.
I feel like
honey catches more bees than...
Says the man who was screaming 2 episodes ago.
He almost tried to kill Dracula.
How many bees does honey catch? I'm not sure what the ratio is.
Benicia went missing weeks ago. We were unsure of her location. That's why we dispatched Sedate to locate her.
Maybe to help us feel confident about this whole situation, maybe you tell us one time you guys actually had a successful mission.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, who is missing?
You don't have a good track record so far. And once again, where's my back pay?
Isn't that always the way of secret organizations? When everything goes right, you don't know that anything happened at all.
I've seen Burn After Reading, I know.
Oh, you know that Benicio was in the Vampspire.
Yes, we're aware of that situation, and she is back in friendly hands.
Do you know who put her there?
There is still information to be debriefed from Sedate's intel.
So, you were tasked with someone was tasked with looking up on Eddie. What made Eddie a suspect before all of this?
We learned of Eddie 6 months ago when he arrived in Faunaloch. He looked much different back then. Large as a giant to be sure, but much more normal. Back then, Faunalochians were welcoming of all strangers, even humanoids. Eddie posed as a Mormon zealot and quickly gained the trust of the community. He knew the right things to say. That was our first red flag. We didn't know who he was or where he had come from, but somehow he knew things.
All right, I think Eddie's been dividing his soul into Horcruxes and has gotten uglier.
Do you by any chance know the alchemist, Robert Esteban?
Yes, of course. We're going to need to work with him in order to bring things to a successful conclusion.
Is he an agent of Sheath? Where does he fall into the hierarchy?
He is not an agent, but we do contract work with him occasionally.
Have you properly vetted him? Because it sounds like you've been infiltrated on numerous occasions.
I wouldn't say numerous.
Have you ever met his son Henry?
Yes, I know him, but before we get too off topic here, there's more to Eddie's story you should know.
Okay.
After some time, the Faunalochian community was celebrating a ritual called amphitheater, led by the archdruid Nessatera, or as many know her, Nessie. The ritual ceremony centers on communing with nature at the sacred shores of Loch Cessness. During the ceremony, the Faunalochians immerse themselves in Loch Cessness, seeking visions and guidance from the Great Maw. Some were granted visions, while others were returned to Maw, seen as a great honor.
Oh my god.
However, Eddie is an entirely different story. He waded into the loch, but something happened to him. Some say he was punished by the Great Maw. Others say it was an allergic reaction. Whatever caused it, Eddie lost his skin and was changed into the disfigured creature you see today.
So let me get this straight. During this ritual, some people would have visions of the Maw and others would return to the Maw as if to say they died in the lake?
Yes, they were reclaimed by the Maw.
That's you're so casual about a bunch of people drowning themselves in a loch.
As I said, it's considered an honor. I'm not one to judge the cultural traditions of others.
I'm looking at my party. Am I crazy?
Are their bodies left behind, or?
I'll show you a movie called Midsummer. It'll teach you to explain the whole thing.
I hate Ari Aster.
Both body and spirit are reclaimed by the Maw.
Okay.
Is the Maw a creature living in the lake?
The Ma and the Pa are like the two
deities.
Yeah, but I'm like, is there a physical manifestation of the Maw?
No, of course not. It's a deity.
Okay.
Okay.
But back to Eddie. That day was the last time we saw him. All efforts were made to track him down, but he was just gone. That is until 3 weeks ago. We heard whispers of someone in parish that matched his description. We needed someone who had ties to that area of Grotethe.
Okay.
So this ritual went wrong. He lost his skin, got all weird, and then fled.
Correct.
Wait, so where is Sheath's stance on Ma and Pa?
Sheath is independent of any religious affiliation.
Okay, sure. But like you guys know of, all the different cultures and all the different lands. So like generally speaking, which is the more peaceful religion?
Most Grotethians tend to gravitate more towards the Maw, while most Abralians lean toward the Pa.
Right.
But that is brushing with broad strokes. There are exceptions, of course.
And whenever Eddie disrupted this ceremony, did it impact any of the other people in the lake?
Not that we're aware of.
Just him?
Yes. Furthermore, we now know what Eddie was after. He's been trying to uncover an ancient secret. That's what led him to work with Hugo, who has been around Grotethe longer than most. That secret is kept hidden beneath Loch Cessness. It could prove catastrophic if Hugo discovers it. It's only a matter of time before Hugo reveals his plans in Faunaloch and seeks to infiltrate the loch. I understand you have a way of contacting the alchemist.
Yeah, Curtis.
What?
We need him to come in and concoct an elixir for us. Something that will help us protect the secret from Hugo.
Okay.
Can you tell us what's locked under, what ancient secret is locked under Loch's nest?
That, I'm afraid, is on a purely need-to-know basis.
Well, we clearly need to know.
What we need is to stop Hugo.
Well, you need us to help you, so...
Yes, to stop Hugo.
Yeah, and we need to know in order to want to stop you.
What would... If Hugo uncovered the secret, what would that do? Would it give him power, or would it,
To put it mildly, it would be a disaster. The world would be upended, and the fear that I have as director of SHEATH is that if I divulge intel to people like yourselves, then you could become compromised by Hugo.
Are you aware that the alchemist's wife was in a relationship with your former director? And does that impact anyone's ability to do their job? Because that seems like a conflict of interests.
Aren't they a triangle?
I mean, it would be if thinking about it from my perspective, if the alchemist knew that his wife was with the director, he might not be that happy towards Sheath.
Yeah,
right?
but wasn't it a full triangle?
He was also with the director because they have a son or a daughter together.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yes, we know that now. It was a full triangle, equilateral.
I don't understand triangles.
At first, it did complicate things, but the former director gave me assurances that assuaged my concerns.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't need to flag that to HR or nothing. Yeah, I'm sure it's all good. I'm sure it's all
Don't
fine.
worry, I'm also in charge of HR now.
Oh, great. All right, one more
So
thing.
you can bring your concerns directly to me.
Director Weezer, I have one more question for you. Is there anyone else that's an agent of SHEATH? You gotta tell me, because if another one of you guys comes out of the woodwork, I'm gonna stab him.
I pull out Gigi and I talk to Gigi and I say, go tell Chip, I am an agent of SHEATH.
Gigi walks up to you, opens its mouth, and you hear Matit's voice.
I am an agent of SHEATH.
Barney
You
raises
think
hand.
it's the cat.
Let me answer his question first.
For security purposes, we can't divulge all agents' names for fear of them becoming compromised. Mr. Fawney, you have a question?
Barney looks around really scared. Am I an agent of SHEATH?
Well, no.
Weezer
but
just goes, God, no.
perhaps you might be one of our best agents if you were.
So this elixir that we have to get the alchemist to make, is that for Hugo to drink, or what is it for?
My understanding is that it will be something that could protect you.
So for us.
Indeed.
Okay.
I do have one question. Remind me, which vampire was I going after? Was I going after Hugo?
That I don't know. That was before my time.
Siren, what was I going after?
Your target was Hugo Von Brath.
I wasn't the only one.
Helga, your dad killed me.
He did?
Yeah.
I thought
Barney?
the little belt killed you.
No.
Wait, didn't the belt? You were wearing a belt though.
No.
No? Yeah. Sorry, I'm
I thought
stupid.
I thought Mateed had a vision of the same belt around them.
No, I got bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I recall a belt being in the
I
past as
remember-
well.
I recall it being Berenstein Bears.
Oh my God.
Shazam?
I'm afraid time is of the essence. We need you to write the alchemist a letter using your Cartas de Aya. The letter needs to convince him to come to Faunaloch immediately and meet at the awning amphitheater.
Yeah. All right.
He also needs to send the recipe of his anti-cessness elixir. Sheath intel indicates he's been working on it for some time.
I have a question. Are you 100% sure you can trust the alchemist?
I agree. I don't think he can.
Your concerns are noted, but he's the best asset we have in the coming fight, and we need him.
What about us?
Well, we need you too.
Well, who do you need more?
Well, if I had to choose...
The alchemist.
I think Ben's a bit alchemist. Okay, so we need to just write to him, Chip, if you want to take out your pen.
You got it. I pull out like a. I go to one of the desk jockeys and I borrow a quill and I say, "Can I borrow this?"
Yeah, they just look at you.
That's a yes.
Make me a perception check, Chip.
That is a 8. Listen, you gotta stop asking me for perception checks. I'm gonna fail them every time.
Okay, like Weezer said, you need to write a letter convincing the alchemist to come to Faunaloch, meet at the awning amphitheater, and bring the rest or send the recipe for his anti-cessness elixir.
Anti what?
Cessness? Like
Okay,
Loch
Cessness.
Cessness? Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Chip, are you going to write the letter?
Yeah, sure. Why not? What the heck?
All right. What are you going to write?
Actually, no.
All right. Who's going to write it?
Okay.
I slide it over to Mateed. Here you go, wordsmith.
Mateed, make me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
It's all part of my master
There
plan.
you go. That's a 14.
As Chip is sliding the carte steria over to you, you see like a glint of light bounce off of his cold badge. And you look at it and you realize that it's different. The letters on his cold badge have changed from COLD to SHEATH.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
So he's now a Sheath agent?
Apparently.
Oh, okay.
SH.
EATH.
I do nothing.
You don't tell me this?
All right, what do you write on the letter?
I was half paying attention to your instructions because I knew Blaine had to take care of it. You said you want him to come here, but also to send
The recipe for
recipe.
the anti-loganism elixir.
Cessness.
Says, yeah, exactly.
Nothing else?
No, that's it. Yeah, we need that recipe for the elixir so we can get the ingredients ready for him.
Just ask him if he's an agent of Sheath. Just P.S. Are you agent of Sheath? Please, yes or no.
What's the limit on the carte steria?
Grotethe Gang are yonder letters are pairs of parchment that allow two creatures to communicate long distances via the written word. Any writing implement may be used to write a short letter of 25 words or less.
Okay.
Right there.
I don't want to use the quill. I want to go over to the typewriters. You said there's typewriters.
Yeah, there are typewriters. Yeah.
I'm going to go do that and prove that I'm listening to you guys.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm going to count it for you on my hands.
Okay. I'm not starting yet.
I'm not starting yet.
I'm the one typing.
I'm the one typing.
I'm going to throw this heavy metal dice over at you.
It is very heavy.
Metal.
Bonjour.
Really? One.
They're being polite.
This is Mateed Confucius, the Eric Cochran ghost monk. Eric Cochran's one word.
I think we only have one use of this, by the way.
Yeah.
Like to,
You have 8. All right.
How many have I done?
8.
8? Okay.
9. Bonjour. This is Mateed Confucius, the Eric Cochran ghost monk.
I was right then. You said I was wrong.
I
9.
didn't.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, 20.
How are you? I'm fine.
Oh my god.
Gigi is too. How many am I at?
By my count, that's 17.
17.
I got plenty.
You have 7 words left.
That's plenty. Come to Sheath.
20.
Anti-cessness. What?
elixir.
Elixir? Was anti-cessness hyphenated?
Yes.
Okay.
Does that count as one word then?
Yes.
Send anti-cessness elixir recipe.
24.
And then I have Gigi get a little ink on his paw and do a paw print on it.
Oh, cute.
25.
Do pictures count?
Emojis? How many emojis can I use?
We'll say each emoji counts as one.
Could Elga come over? It doesn't include it, but scribbles on the bottom.
I am also a bat.
You start scribbling, but the paper just won't take. Like it won't write on there. All right, make me a persuasion check, Mateed.
That's a 17.
That's a 17.
Okay, yeah, you fire
Why
off.
am I doing a persuasion check with this? Oh, because I'm sending him a message asking for it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It makes sense.
How persuasive was my typing?
It's pretty good. 17, pretty good. Your inquiry about how he's doing is much appreciated. No one ever takes the time to ask.
What's the most persuasive margins?
What about typing?
1 inch.
1 inch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you use Comic Sans?
Yeah.
or-
Yeah. It's a typewriter.
After a moment, you get a response.
I'm not entirely sure what's happening, but I appreciate the urgency and gravity of the situation. I can be in Faunaloch in an hour.
And then there's a list at the end of it.
See? Nailed it. I nailed it.
Iron ore, dragonleaf tree root, lockwood, arcone flowers, and wolfsbane.
One more time.
Iron ore?
Iron ore, dragonleaf tree root, lockquid, like LOCHQUID, it's liquid from Lochsessness. Arcone flowers, like arcane flowers, but with an O instead of an A.
Fancy.
And wolfsbane.
And a spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down.
Isn't Wolfsbane the stuff that the Wolfman was taking?
I have wolfsbane right here.
It's a plant.
back in the first couple episodes, I put Wolfsbane in a book and pressed Wolfsbane in a book.
Wolfsbane burrito.
and pressed it to save it.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice.
There's no time to waste. I'm sending you all back into the village of Faunaloch to collect the ingredients we need for the elixir. The only ingredient that isn't local is ironically the one we already have, thanks to Barnabas Farney.
Well, looky here.
That's Agent Barnabas Farney.
It's in my alms box.
Sin box.
Do we still have those badges, the cold badges that are switched now?
Yes, you think about that and you look at it and you realize that now it no longer says COLD, it says SHEATH.
Look, our magic badges changes to say Sheath.
Isn't that a bad idea? It's like, hey, look, secret agent, man.
Well, perhaps you should cover it up. Why are you wearing it like that?
Well, I don't even think I should be wearing it to begin with. What if we get captured?
Well, how else are you going to identify yourself to another Sheath agent?
Isn't there like a secret handshake?
Yeah. And you know, in Dagger, we've got a secret little chant.
Well, do you want to make a secret handshake? We could make one right now.
Well, I mean, are you going to communicate it to every other agent of Sheath?
No, it could be our handshake. How is it a secret if everyone knows it?
It's just because the agents of Sheath know it.
No. We need to develop a handshake for every agent.
Gus has figured out how to yes Andy right now and still make you mad. That's skill.
Chief Inspector Weezer, I apologize for my friendship. I think it just hasn't had his breakfast this morning.
Would you like a Dale donut? There's some on the table right there.
He's a little hangry.
I may help myself, not to perpetuate any stereotypes.
I was going to say.
I'm hungry.
I am too.
We're old men who eat early.
So, do you present the Wolfsbane, Barney?
I mean, yeah.
Good answer.
You mean yeah or yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I thought I did.
Oh no, I'm clarifying. So
Yeah.
you pull it out of your own box?
You had it.
Yeah, I found it.
You are using your pickaxe to get Minecraft materials. Sorry, I just realized that as I thought about the ingredients.
Wow, that's really good.
Were you doing like Minecraft music?
Trying to.
What you were doing.
Siren reaches out one of their appendages to you, Barney.
Careful, it's poisonous.
Oh, man, you remembered. I was hoping you'd forgotten. All right, yeah. How do you hand it over then? Or you just let Siren grab it?
Well, are we giving them all until we collect them, or are we giving them as we get them?
I mean, we'll
up
bring
to
it
you.
here
It's up to
eventually,
you.
right?
It wouldn't be the worst to just have it there for safekeeping at HQ. That way we don't lose it out in the field.
I mean, I've had it this entire.
I know, but stuff.
I'll keep it for now because I'm not.
Are you certain? You can hand it over to Siren for safekeeping in case anything happens.
Yeah, just give it to him. Just give it. Just give it. Give it.
Like what?
You get robbed.
Yes, old men like you are targets on the train.
That's true.
All right, can I give Siren some of it? But because I had how much of it is needed? Can I keep some?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll give like half of it?
Yeah.
I know, you can't let go of anything. You're just like an absolute hoarder.
I'm suspicious of just giving away stuff.
All right. Yeah, like a hoarder.
Yes.
He didn't help his case with that.
Yes. You should see my apartment.
Yeah, something you've never used has just been in your sheet.
Well, I knew I had it immediately.
To maximize our time, I would recommend that you all split up into teams of 2. Each team will find and secure one ingredient from the recipe. I will send Sadate and Siren as one team, and 2 more of my agents as another. That leaves you 4 to split into pairs.
Okay.
Bring your father to work day.
Barney.
I grab Chip. And we fly off.
I guess this would be a good father-daughter bonding moment.
I would be honored.
Okay.
Why do you whisper that? So
Also, do you want to call me Calliope or Elga? I don't really.
What do you want?
I mean, I've gone by Elga for this long,
Elga.
so okay, I'll be Elga.
You may call me Ellen.
All right, so we
Which I just think you're saying Ellen.
Yeah.
we have Elga and Barney, and then Chip and
Chipmunk.
Mateed. What ingredient does each pair want to go for?
We want to get the iron bar.
Iron ore.
Wait.
There's iron ore, lockwood, dragon leaf, tree root, arcone flowers.
I think I kept saying dragon leaf. It should be dragon leaf.
Dragon leaf.
What you want to get, Chip?
Dragon leaf tree root?
So these seem like more like floral type things, plants.
I was gonna say iron ore. That should probably go to Elga because they might have to mine for it.
Get it. Use that axe.
So if Elga and Barney are going for the iron ore, then Chipmunk have to choose between dragon leaf, tree root, lockwood, or arcone flowers.
You want lockwood?
Let's go lockwood.
Let's go lockwood.
Hoping they go for that one.
Good.
That does sound fun.
More dangerous.
I'm down for it. I
We're
want
just
adventure.
getting some iron.
I'm secretly trying to get Chip killed so he's a ghost with me.
Ghost buddies.
Yeah.
I welcome death. I miss my wife.
Siren turns around, opens up a couple of drawers, and rummages around for a second, then spins around, hand open, outstretched in front of you all.
High five.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
In Siren's hands are 4 rings that you high five out, and they clatter down onto the floor.
All right, see you later.
And then Chip awkwardly gets on his knees and has to pick them all up.
I call heart.
Earth.
Are they different in some way, the rings?
These rings are Ring of Faunaloch.
Oh, so
And what does that do?
You turn to animals? Oh, do we look like the Nessians?
You can change your appearance to appear like a local Faunalochian.
Faunalochian.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's 4 of them.
What do they look like?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Yay!
Give yourself an inspiration, Doc.
Thank you.
For asking a question. I'm just kidding.
It's a bronze ring that's inscribed with a rune. It's not necessarily in a language you understand, but it looks kind of like, from your perspective or the languages you know, it looks like an M and a W joined together with like a tongue shape like an A between them.
Like a maw.
Kinda, yeah.
It's just you pronounce it moi.
You?
Moi.
What do you mean you?
Moi? You?
What do Faunalochians look like?
Metagame wise, you can choose an appearance of one of the different fauna fams.
Oh.
There's like 6 different ones.
That's cool.
So the ring will allow you to disguise your physical appearance as well as your clothing, your armor, your weapons, and everything. And it takes an action for you to activate it, and an action if you want to dismiss it. If you don't dismiss it, it lasts for an hour. There are K-miners, which are like dog-like moles that live in dens and are proficient at digging. Defilins, which are ethereal cats that live in tree roots and they're proficient at defense.
Didn't we fight, although we came across those?
You did. Urstructs, which are bipedal, bear-like beasts that live in caves and are proficient at building. Benequins, which are elemental horses that live in fields and they're proficient at therapy.
We need one of those.
Aromers, which are squirrel-like lemurs that live in treetops and they're proficient at reconnaissance.
That's the other one we came across.
Yes.
Those.
And rephibs, which are saurian quadrupeds with protruding bones that live near the lake and they're proficient at medicine.
Oh, maybe the rephibs are good for the lockwood.
Yeah, but they don't sound as fun as a big old bear guy.
I figured you were going to go with Benequin because you're a horse girl.
I was actually thinking ethereal, the Deflin, so that way you could have me and Gigi. Meow.
We got to go to the water, though. I mean, you do you.
Okay, so Elga picks up her ring, at least.
Same.
As you all are picking them up,
Same.
Weezer says,
Remember, each team has 1 hour to get their ingredient. Then everyone meets back at the awning amphitheater due west. Any questions?
Can we race?
If you turn into one thing, can you turn it and you don't like it? Can you change into the other one?
Yes, the ring has 2 charges.
Okay.
Where are we meeting when we find our ingredient?
The awning amphitheater.
Where's the amphitheater?
You can't miss it. It's due west from here once you're on the surface level again.
Is it amphitheater? Because is it on the waterfront?
Yes.
it's amphitheater because it can be either in the water or on the land.
It is due west. Okay.
Just hold the ring high above your head, say form of, and then the form you want.
Okay.
I put my ring towards Chip so we can touch rings while we do it.
Wonder friends activate.
Ghost buddies.
Form of refib.
Or form of Deflins.
Form of K minor.
And form of Urstruct.
With our powers combined, we are Sheath.
Captain Planet.
No!
At that point, a spiral staircase lowers from the ceiling, and you all make your way back upstairs to the surface. Judging by the increased mugginess and shadows on the forest floor, it would appear to be early afternoon. Tadate and Siren transform into aromers and head into the trees, along with other Sheath agents. Just to see who's going to go first, one of each of you from the pair roll a d20 just to determine it.
16.
And we are a 7.
Okay, so we're going to go with Chipmunk first. All the actions are happening at the same time, so we'll kind of cut back and forth. I'm going to set a timer. If things drag, we can keep going. We make sure we keep going.
Okay.
Give 10 minutes each or until you accomplish it or whatever.
Cool.
We only need 5.
You all were going for the Lockwood, correct?
Yes.
So you head over, to Loch Cessness, which is incredibly easy to find. And as you're approaching the shore of the lake, you see a refib wandering around.
Bonjour, brethren.
Oh, you're a refib, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You startle her, and she looks up. Oh, hello there. You must have snuck up on me.
Yes, I must have. How are you doing today?
Good. My name's Cobb. What's your name?
Dob.
Dob. My brother's name is Dob.
It's a beautiful name.
Yeah, very, very, very common name.
Yes.
What are you all up to?
Just viewing the lake, just kind of palling around.
Palling around.
Yeah.
Both of you make a perception check.
17.
Ooh, 19.
Look at you.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
You should have been a cat this whole time.
Yeah.
Cobb says, I don't think I've seen you two here before. Are you all new in town?
No.
Yeah, we're just from the other side of the lock.
The other side of the lock?
Uh-huh.
What's over there?
Us.
It's a phrase, It's not actually literally the other side of the lock. It's like on the other side of town.
Yeah.
Make a deception check, Chip.
Okay. 19.
Yeah.
Cobb says, okay, I just didn't realize there was anything over there. I guess you must have your own cabin or something.
Yeah, you should come visit sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Give me specific directions. I'd love to.
Well, you look at the lock. And then across that lock, that's where we are.
Oh, okay.
You just gotta have to come visit us sometime.
You notice as you're talking and, pointing and giving directions that Cobb seems to be carrying a crate, and there's another crate behind her on the ground.
What's in the crates?
What's in the box?
What's in the crate?
I'm heading up to the cornucops just north of here. I've got my ancestral remembrance tea.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I sell it there at the market.
How much?
How much? Well, depends. What do you have for trade?
Gold from the outside world, but also some wares. How much, maybe we can bargain. We'd love to support local business, us being from the lock.
Blaine just looked at me with the widest eyes possible.
Don't have much use for gold.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I'm trying to get rid of it. Am I right?
I have a gemstone.
Say, where are your piercings?
It's a very good question.
I remember back.
I go, where are my piercings? What happened?
Oh, no. Dob, where'd your piercings go?
What about yours? I didn't get your name.
Bob. My name is Bob. I remember back to the Deflins that we fought.
Can I do a sleight of hand to high five Chip on that one?
we fought those two Deflins. Do I recall piercings on them?
Neither of us are Deflin.
I'm a Deflin.
Oh, you're a Deflin.
I'm a cat.
Make a wisdom check.
Okay. God. Oh my God. There's one.
I remember them too.
I'm gonna do an inspiration die on that.
Okay.
Thank God. 17. 17.
You remember that
that's Bob yelling 17 at Cobb.
One of the Deflins did have piercing.
Where was it?
The one that you saw had it on the ear.
Okay. I spin around as if to be like, like patting myself down. And then in that moment,
I pierce your ear right now.
No, I'll use. Okay, I have a disguise kit. Can I like briefly just kind of like tap my body, and then as I turn around, like slip like something under my ear?
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay, all right, great. That would be.
You gotta be high on this.
That's okay. I got it.
No, I'm saying you are a rogue.
Yeah. I'll be all right. 19.
Oh, okay. You deftly, as a Deflin, put a clip-on earring on.
Okay, and I turn around and say, "Oh, there it is."
I guess I didn't see it.
Yeah, Where's yours?
I don't wear one.
Stop talking.
I don't.
You're making it worse.
You're really just like, you found that hole and you're just digging in. You like, kind of your head popped up for a second and then just immediately went right back down into it.
John also just articulated my feelings on most Stinky Dragon episodes. Stop talking, you're making it worse.
I feel like I have to remind you don't know anything.
Just making conversation.
Conversation.
So, Dob, I guess you lost it. Do you need help? Here, let me look down. I'll help you look. And Cobb begins looking around on the ground. And as she does so, she kind of loses grip on the crate of Ancestral Remembrance tea that she has. And it drops to the ground. And the crate cracks open. And the tea spills everywhere, including on you guys. Both of you make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, it's like tea. I thought, for some reason, my brain went to like tea leaves.
No.
Teeth. So what's the save I'm doing?
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
that's an 18. That you say that and you're gonna fail it.
No, I got 22.
Yeah, the glass shards and liquid fly everywhere. Both of you successfully make your saving throw, so you only take 1 point of damage from like the glass that hits you. Oh, my mom, I'm so sorry. Please, I need to do something to make this up to you. Here, let me see what I have. I'll give you something.
Okay, Dob, that's no worries.
Cobb. Your friend is Dob.
Yeah, sorry, bonked on the head
How
this
close
morning.
are we to the lock? Can I throw him?
Is your friend okay, Dob?
He's had a rough day.
He asked me about my piercings, which is just bizarre.
You asked about my piercings. Okay,
Listen, all the other Deflins have been making fun of him lately, and he's going through a rough time. And I thought bringing him down to the lock would be a nice little day to get him out, And so he's just a little off today.
Oh, I understand.
You know how it goes.
Here, I'll tell you what. If it's okay with you two, I'll give you a couple bottles of my Ancestral Remembrance tea. Here, one each.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Thank you so much. What a gracious gift.
Ancestral Remembrance.
I guess we'll have to figure out what this does later, because I think asking right now would be a bad idea.
Yeah. It's like it's toilet water.
Metagame wise, it's a potion of guidance.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah. I'm gonna add that to my inventory then.
Okay, well, I have to hurry. I have to get to the corner cops.
Oh.
You two stay safe out there.
May the mob be with you.
Oh, yes, and with you.
See you later, Cobb.
Yeah, Cobb begins marching off, carrying the crate to the north.
I turn to Chip and I go, nailed it.
Yeah. So good at this. We should be agents of machine.
You forget that I'm already one.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Let's go get this liquid.
Potentially one of the oldest.
Yeah,
maybe.
I found it, Sheath. You don't know.
And neither do you.
I don't.
You don't know.
Do you know? Someone tell me.
All right, yeah, you walk up and the lock is huge. It's massive, lapping up against the shore there. I'm going to take a pause there and we'll switch to the other group at that point. We'll switch back over to Barney and Elga. Do you all have a team name?
Team Family Matters.
Oh, okay. I call Urkel.
Did I do that?
You all walk to the outskirts of town and come upon the framed entrance of a mine in the side of a hill.
And we're doggies? Wait, I'm a doggy, you're a bear.
I'm a bear.
Standing outside of
His character.
Standing outside of the mine is an elderly, decrepit K-miner with a pierced nose named Edgardo. Why did I say that? With a pierced nose. He looks up at you and he kind of perks up. Oh, hello.
Hello there. If we could guess your name, can I get into the mine? Is it Edgardo?
Oh, how did you know that? What? Witchcraft.
You could cut that if you want.
No, that stays in. That's comedy gold.
Well, of course you know. It's on my name tag right here.
Whoa.
Edgardo.
Yes.
Is that like Ed, but you're a guard of the mine, so it's Edgardo?
I never thought of it that way.
Guess my name.
You are Robert.
No, but close.
This is going to go on forever.
Ribaldo.
You got it.
Oh, Ribaldo. Good to meet you.
We're friends now.
Great talk show.
Oh, yes. Would you care for a seat, Ribaldo?
A seat?
Yeah, right next to me. He pats the chair next to where he's sitting.
Okay.
I'm just looking to get some iron. Just,
Oh, you came to the right place.
Cool.
You see, this mine has all kinds of ores and minerals. In fact, my grandson's down there right now. He's a miner. I'm waiting for him to get off working first shift.
You're making miners work? Child labor?
Staring at Barbara.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, of course. Where else do you expect miners to work but in the mine? Their small hands can get in there.
They're so cheap.
As you're talking, a violent tremor begins shaking the ground.
Uh-oh.
Both of you make dexterity saving throws.
Do I get advantage on this?
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
18.
Oh, man. 6.
Ah.
That's with advantage.
Ribaldo, you manage to stay on your feet. However, Elga, you fall to the ground. The mine collapses with rocks falling into it.
Oh, no.
Oh no, Charlie! You two, you have to help me. We have to save my grandson.
Of course. That's my dog. Mole voice.
Yes, we must save him and also get the iron we are looking for in the process.
Yes, I'm sure the tremor freed it from the walls of the mine.
Could Elga get up and go to try to start clearing, I'm guessing, like, fallen rocks and whatnot?
Edgardo says, wait, before you do that, let us pray to the Great Maw to give you the luck and the strength to successfully free the miners. One of you, please, recite your favorite proverb.
Oh, so many. Favorite proverb? Yes, of course. Let's bow your heads.
Mm-hmm. This is, of course, from the Divine Breath, the wisdom from the Maman tradition.
What other one would we choose?
Can I do like a history check, see if I know any of this? If not, I can just totally...
Make a religion check.
Ooh. 15!
I like how you said that with such...
I was...
It's not bad.
That's a good roll.
I guess if you don't have any modifiers, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to send you one.
I was really hoping to hear Chris just improvise.
I kind of was too.
Behind the curtain, he's not going to get the entire thing. He's going to have to improvise a little bit.
Okay.
It's Mad Libs.
As the great maw breathes, so do we live. And in its exhale, we return to the lake. Lake of...
Edgardo's eyes open. He looks up at you. That's not how I remember it.
As it exhales, we return to the pale. The moonlight.
Why did you choose pale? Just curious.
I don't know.
It's the New King James Version.
As we do live, as the great mob breathes, so do we live. And in its exhale, we return to the death.
My friend here is just very shaken by the tremors.
Understood.
Yeah, he's just very nervous.
Of course, as the great maw breathes, so do we live. And in its exhale, we return to the cosmic gorge.
Clearly.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think of.
Yes, apparently. May the maw bless us and give us the strength to free those trapped.
Amen.
It's good.
All right, so Elga, you said you were going to go and try to start like sifting through the rubble.
Yeah, like clearing it out of the, I guess, opening.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and make me a strength check? Why not?
Nat 20 and a 25.
Nice.
And as this dog miner thing that I am, do I have any abilities to like dig also?
Well, it's not that it transforms you into these creatures. It's more like a disguise. So you don't really have anything. Like
it doesn't give you abilities.
Right, exactly. Okay. You know, it's very illusionary. So like, for example, if it gave you an appendage that you don't actually have and someone went to like touch it, they would just pass through
there.
So
the things that we're proficient at as these forms, we aren't actually proficient at like in reality.
Correct. Those creatures have those proficiencies, but you do not.
Gotcha.
So how are you going to approach it, Barney? Elga said she was going to go up and start moving some of the rubble. She got a 25 on that strength check.
Yeah, it's rock, not metal.
Correct.
Then I would just, I think I'd use my walker and like whack at it like a pickaxe, double-sided pickaxe thing.
Sure. Make a strength check as well.
Rock and stone. Oh, dirty 20.
Nice. Yeah, you both begin very quickly pulling out rocks and smashing them to bits and sifting it away. Edgardo tries to help a little bit, but he's pretty old. He's kind of feeble, but he does his best to help out. After a little bit of time, you all are able to clear enough way so that you can see some miners who are injured and trapped.
Could I reach them by any chance?
Yeah, you're able to. You're kind of small. You can scamper in there.
And I want to pull them out.
Okay, yeah. Make another strength check.
Dirty 20.
Okay, yeah. You grab on and you're able to lead some of the miners out, including Charlie.
Oh, thank Ma for you all. We thought we were trapped in there for sure.
It's a good thing we prayed.
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, speaking of which, let's all recite another line from the Divine Breath. Please, you saved us. You lead us in prayer.
They all bow their heads.
Okay.
Feels like this town is just perpetually at church camp.
Yeah.
Could I also do a religion check?
Yeah, make a religion check.
Okay. 13?
Okay, I'll send you part of one.
Okay, we bow our heads. To feed on our souls is to nourish the soul. In sacrifice, we find the essence of Ma.
They look at each other quizzically. Maybe they got hit on the head a little harder than they realized when they were down below. And Edgardo says, "Oh, don't worry. They're just a little exhausted."
Mommin,
What?
It's the end of the prayer. Amen, but Mamen.
Oh, and then Edgardo continues. To feed the great maw is to nourish the soul. In sacrifice, we find the essence of devotion.
Yes, that is what I said.
Yes, of course.
It sounds like maybe the trauma of almost losing your grandson made you hear different things.
Oh, wow. Okay, I just helped you out.
Elga's into trauma blaming.
To feed the soul. What was it?
To feed
The maw.
The great maw
the great maw.
is to nourish the soul. In sacrifice, we find the essence of devotion.
Oh, that's like that lake ritual where they just threw a bunch of bodies in the lake and
Midsummer. As you finish up your prayer, Elga, you spot various pieces of ore amongst the debris and the rubble.
Could I pick it up?
Yeah.
Barney, we got the ore.
Or did we? Could we pick some up?
Yeah.
You just did what you said a few episodes ago is hard to do. Laugh in voice.
Can we take it back with us?
Yeah. Where are y'all going again?
The amphitheater in town, due west.
All right. You all grab some more and make your way to the amphitheater. We'll cut back to Chipmunk over there. So you two are standing at the edge of the lock.
well, guess we gotta get some lockwood.
I take a piece of rope and I wrap it around Chip and I throw him into the lake.
I am a cat. I'm a cat. I'm a duffling. Meow, meow.
I'm fishing for stuff.
All right. Yeah. So you tie the rope around Chip and toss him into the lock.
Yep.
Chip, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Nat 20. 22.
He was mad for the water.
Yeah. You get tossed into the lock with, and then I guess Mateed, you pull him out.
Yeah. Open your mouth.
I also have empty bottles from like the jar of the baboon and all that stuff.
You've also forgotten the last 5 minutes. Your memory's just blank.
Who am I? How long ago was our interaction? I don't want to forget.
It would be a little.
Just the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes is like your conversation with Cobb here at the shore.
Great
I'll tell you
memories.
about Cobb later.
Okay. I don't know how I ended up in the water, but I guess this is lockwood, so I start bottling it up.
Perfect. And I reel him in.
Okay. And make me a strength check just to pull Chip in.
That's a 9.
You don't have any.
So maybe because Chip's all wet, it's there's a current that's pulling him out. It's really hard, and Chip with all the lockwood you've bottled up, you begin slowly sinking into the lock.
God. Okay. I start.
Maybe a Constitution check to see if you're able to hold your breath. Okay.
The plan is working.
Just to check that. 6.
Oh, the 20's gone.
You're very quickly running out of breath. You feel your strength being sapped from your muscles.
Not his muscles.
I make another pull.
All right, make another pull. Make another strength check.
Yeah, this is totally going to be fine.
I rolled a 1.
Make me another Constitution check.
Is this a save or
check?
Did you know that this is how you would die?
What'd you roll? 1.
You feel
I'll be with Carol soon.
the world closing down, blackness taking over your vision. Your vision only coming down to small points in front of your eyes.
I yell out, Chip, stop playing around and get over here.
I feel at peace. No, I'm fine.
Can I do another check?
Chip, you have a vision of murky liquids swirling all around you.
Carol, I'm coming.
And you see silhouettes above you. Angels?
Oh, it's like when I died.
Mateed, make another strength check.
Definitely no belt.
15.
Okay, maybe you weren't able to get a good grip on the rope or something, but finally you're able to grasp it well, and you pull Chip out of the water onto the ground, and Chip is not breathing.
Here it comes.
Yuck.
Mouth to mouth.
I saw Blaine take a very violent sip of his water, and I was like, yep.
I do the like chest compressions.
Oh, okay. You give Chip a couple of chest compressions. Make a medicine check.
I rolled a 1.
There goes that rib.
That's 5.
Chip spits out a bunch of water and coughs it up, and you hear like a rib snap.
Oh, no.
Chip, you are back in the land of the living.
Indeed, I think I belly flopped into that lock.
I
don't remember.
I go close to him. I go, I saved you.
I owe you a Wookiee life debt.
Yes, you do, in fact. Now let me tell you about this friend named Cobb.
Tell me more. What is my name in this situation?
Cobb is this mean refib who threw you into the lake.
All right, so you've got your Lockwood.
Okay. Do my memories come back?
I love when a plan
Not
comes
yet.
together.
But will they, though?
Oh.
Oh, I don't want to forget Cobb. A lovely exchange.
All right, so do you all head back to the amphitheater as well?
Yeah.
To the east.
No.
We go the opposite direction.
Yeah, we want to go to the other side of the lock to see where we live.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, you eventually go around the entire world. You'll get there. As you're walking to the amphitheater, your memories do start to come back, Chip.
Okay. Oh,
after a while.
Cobb, yes. And I am Bob.
After gathering your respective ingredients, you all make haste through the sultry shrubbery until you each come upon what is clearly the awning amphitheater. Shaded stadium seating carved from logs encircle an elephantine stump dressed in flowers. Standing atop the stump stage is the alchemist with his back to you, looking at the sunsetting shores of the loch. But you see no sign of the other Sheath agents.
Vibe check.
Yeah, vibe check.
Vibe check.
Should we talk to him first?
Vibe check.
Jesus.
Make your vibe checks. All that sugar's hitting everyone.
What is it, perception?
Insight.
They don't let you tell the story.
I know. I've got a long block of green here. That's fine. Vibe check.
11.
23.
Something seems off. The little hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and you hear a very slow clap.
Oh, no.
And high up in the shaded western stands, you see a dark figure rise from a seat in the very back.
Oh, how I love the theater, the drama, the suspense, the twists.
And the figure steps forward into the light. You see the pale man with blonde curly hair wearing a top hat, black suit, and red ascot. But he isn't alone.
But that is an outing without family. Right, father?
And to the north, you see a young girl with piercing blue eyes emerge from shady leaves. She curtsies her silk black and blue dress, then yanks on a translucent chain, and an elvish woman in navy cloak falls to the ground, bound in see-through shackles and gagged with a red ascot. A third voice calls from the south.
Personally, I come for the comedy, but I stay for the tragedy.
You turn to see a green-eyed, skinless figure take to the stage and quickly kick the alchemist to his knees. Eddie grips the man's neck with a clawed hand, his jagged smile never fading.
Now everyone take a seat and let's enjoy the grand finale!
I yell at Avena, I'm gonna send you to another realm permanently.
Wait, are we still doggies? Am I a mole?
After all that, Chris is like, are we
Yes.
still doggies?
Find out what that means in the next episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon.
Dun, dun, dun.
Did you know you can directly support the show by becoming a patron at patreon.com/stinkydragon? Patrons like @Joeman20xdx, @Natalie Festin, @Suze, @Patrick Movie, and @Ethan Saletti. For as little as $5 a month, these patrons directly support the show and get ad-free episodes, access to our patron-only Discord server, bonus content like Second Wind and Behind the Screen, and coming soon in July, C-Squad, a superhero D&D mini-series. Not a patron yet? Here's a taste of what you're missing.
Gus, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Oh my God, you found me. Hi. You're Madeline, right? I'm Aeneas. You probably don't know me.
Aeneas, is that like actually a real name?
Yeah. You can call me Dorkius. Everyone calls me
Wow,
Dorkius.
that's really not that much better, is it?
Well, kids make fun of Aeneas.
And
So,
not Dorkius?
Well, they gave me the name Dorkius, and I don't think it was with good intentions.
Well, are you also like waiting for this bus or?
Yeah, or I kind of wish they would get here.
Yeah, if you could just like, I guess, stay like 5 feet away from me or something. Like, I don't want people to think that we're friends or like we know each other.
I get it. That's why I'm in the bush.
God. Dorkius, or Gus.
It's okay. You can call Gus Dorkius as well. Again, that's patreon.com/stinkydragon. We can't thank you enough for your support that lets us make this show. This week's arrow question was submitted by Chaz Surfboard on Discord. Here's some NPCs in this episode that were submitted by or named after patrons. Siren the Steam Golem, named for technically Siren. Edgardo the Caved-In K-Miner, named by Navidude. Charlie the Kid K-Miner, named after Sticky Charles. And Cobb the Recompensing Refib, named after Cabo. Also want to thank some friends who provided voiceover for characters in this episode, like The Alchemist, voiced by Blizz, at BlizzBear, Eddie, voiced by Andrew Rosas, at Mr. Andrew Rosas, Evena Von Brath is voiced by Kristen Nelson, at Kristina Lynn, Hugo Von Brath, voiced by Trevor Collins, at _Trevor C, Siddhati Tempur, voiced by Patty Reisinger, and Weezer, voiced by Micah Reisinger, at Micah Reisinger. This episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon was produced by Ben Ernst, written, edited, and composed by Micah Reisinger. Head over to patreon.com/stinkydragon for all things stinky. Tune in next time for another thrilling episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon.
PSA to all youngins listening.
Ben, we got to reclassify this podcast as educational. Hope you get on that right now.
Take that in PR. That really start coming out of my mouth.
And PR.
Public funded. We can't compete with that.
We're not even funded.
Oh.